Hey everyone, it's me and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be kind of like an annual tradition type thing where I go over my New Year's resolutions for last year, 2023, and talk about how well I did on them. I will go over my New Year's resolutions for this upcoming year, 2024, and I will show you what I got for Christmas. So I will have chapters on the YouTube video so you can skip ahead to the what I got for Christmas if you prefer. I don't talk about it a lot on this YouTube channel, but I did have a baby last year. Trigger warning, if that's something that you don't want to hear me talk about, then you can skip forward to the 2024 New Year's resolutions, because I think I'm going to kind of talk about baby stuff with 2023, and if that's just something that makes you uncomfortable or something that you're not in the mood to hear about, skip forward to 2024 talk, or just to what I got for Christmas if you'd like. So I use those chapters down below to navigate, and without further ado, let's get into my 2023 and how that went. So in 2023, I had set some financial goals. They were to, after paying off 2 debt bills or whatever, to start putting all the money that was to go toward those bills toward paying off a credit card. I don't really think that we did that. And then the other financial goal was to do 1 no by month. And I gotta be honest, I completely forgot. I just didn't do that. Yeah, I think for my financial goals, I'm gonna give myself a 0%, like I didn't even make any attempt. For health goals, I said that I wanted to exercise at least 700 minutes a month, which is something I usually do. And each week do at least 2 kind of strength or endurance type training videos from YouTube. I usually use Grow with Joe or Chloe Ting. And I also said that I wanted to go back to the park and jog or run again after my baby was born. I also said that I wanted to lose 20 to 25 pounds after the baby was born. When I set that goal, I had no idea how much weight I was going to gain while pregnant. That was just kind of like a ballpark figure. I assumed that I would gain in the ballpark of 35 pounds. So let's talk about what happened with my exercise and health goals last year. As far as exercising 700 minutes a month, I actually did keep that up pretty well until the baby was born. And then afterward, I was recovering, and for 6 weeks afterward, I didn't really exercise at all, other than a few walks outside, but I wasn't really tracking things, and I was taking it easy, which is good and healthy to do. After that, though, I feel like my endurance was kind of shot, and so from there on, I started out with 400 minutes per month, and I built myself up to 600 minutes in December. So moving forward for this next year, I think I'm going to be able to go back to 700 minutes a month. So for last year, I gave it an effort, but I don't know, I feel like my recovery was a little slower than maybe it needed to be, and moving forward, I want to push myself a little bit more. I took it a little too easy for a little too long, I think, but I mean, it's okay. As far as running and jogging again, I didn't do that at all. I didn't go back to the park and jog or run once, even one time. And like I said, I wanted to lose 20 to 25 pounds after the baby was born, and I did do that. However, I gained more weight while I was pregnant than I anticipated. So the losing the 20 to 25 pounds was mostly just like water weight type stuff, and like the literal 8.5 pounds that the baby was. So I did lose the weight, but it wasn't from any real effort that I was making particularly. So I don't really feel that good about it. So I guess you would say for my health goals, I don't know, I'd give myself maybe like a D+ or a C-. I don't know. I didn't make that much effort last year, especially after the baby was born. But it's not like I didn't try at all. It was just not a very good effort. For my spiritual goals, I said that I wanted to read through several Pauline epistles and write down at least 3 thoughts per passage that I read, which was a recommendation my husband gave me for how I could study the Bible in 2023. What happened with that is I did read 1 Pauline epistle and study it, which was the book of Romans, which is a longer one. It's 16 chapters. The problem that I had with that is I was doing lady Bible studies with ladies from my church both before and after the baby was born. Before the baby was born, I was able to do both the ladies' Bible study preparation throughout the week and study the book of Romans on my own. After the baby was born, I had a hard time finding time to do both the ladies' Bible study and read the Bible on my own. I would like to be able to stay committed to a personal devotion as well as a group study in periods of time where we were in between studies. During those times, I did pick up my own study again. I did one epistle and I would have liked to do more, obviously. So I'm going to give myself another, I'm going to give myself just a C, a plain C for my spiritual goals. For my household goals, these ones went better. I'll go ahead and say that. One goal was to clean out all the closets by the end of March. I did do that. I wanted to clean out all of the kitchen cabinets and bathroom cabinets by the end of March, and I did also do that. I wanted to wash all of my baby's clothes before he was born. I think I did most of it. At least I washed all of the clothes that like he'd be able to wear up through like the first 6 months of his life. So I did do that. I wanted to organize his closet. I did that. There's a bathroom, like a bathtub seal in our bathroom that I wanted to get fixed, which I did not fix. I made my husband fix it. And the fix was okay. I think that there's just like the tub is not really well installed, but we worked on trying to fix the seal anyway. And then I wanted to deep clean the house in April, which I did. We like washed the walls and did all that kind of stuff. We did a fairly decent job with household goals. For my creative goals, I wanted to finish filling out a sketchbook that I had already started. I wanted to complete it. I wanted to write 50,000 words of fiction. I wanted to write 36 blog posts, about 3 per month. I wanted to try liquid pencils for the first time. I wanted to try squeegee painting for the first time, and I wanted to finish 6 pieces of digital art. Filling the sketchbook, I did do. I finished it, and so I think I'm going to insert a clip here of me flipping through the sketchbook so you can see all of the things that I've drawn. Now, the earliest sketches in the sketchbook are from a couple years ago. I think you can see like the pencil sketch I did of Hinata from when I did the realistic Haikyuu portraits, and that was, you know, a couple years ago. So that was the first sketch, and so it took me to the end, like literally December like 24th to fill out the last page of it. As far as writing the 50,000 words of fiction, I wrote about 25,000, so I got about halfway through that goal, and I don't think I wrote anything after the baby was born. Writing the 36 blog posts didn't even happen at all. I don't even know how many I wrote. I think I wrote more than 3 per month at some times, because before SHINee's 15th anniversary, I wanted to review all of their albums that had been released up to that point. I haven't reviewed their 8th album, Hard, yet on my blog, but I did review all of their full-length and mini albums up to that point. I didn't review their solo works, which I might want to do in the future. Part of the goal with that was to help me remember like song titles, which is hard for me because like the songs are in Korean. There's English titles of the songs, but they don't sing the title of the song in the song because the English title's a translation of something they sing in Korean. So anyway, I wanted to write down like distinguishing features of each song so that I could remember the titles of it. And honestly, I don't think it worked. I still have a hard time like placing the song with the title. Like I recognize every SHINee song, like every Korean SHINee song release I recognize. And I can even like hum along and sing to it sometimes, but I don't know what the title of the song is until like I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that song's called. I did try liquid pencils. There's a video about it on my YouTube channel here. And I also did try squeegee painting. Again, there's a video of that on my YouTube channel here. And then for finishing 6 digital pieces, I think I did do that. Especially since I started a project of a picture book. I think I've done like 5 pages of the picture book, so that's 5 right there. I'm pretty sure I've done at least one other digital piece. For my hobby goals, I wanted to play more Harvest Moon: Another Wonderful Life, which I did do, but just not very much. I thought like maybe I could try and beat the game or finish the game or at least make it to like chapter 3. But I'm like still like halfway through the first year. That game is kind of a slog. I wanted to get married in Harvest Moon DS Cute. I did not do that either. It's a lot harder to like make friends in that game than I thought it would be. So I didn't do that. I wanted to decorate my Animal Crossing New Horizons island, and I made really good progress on that up until the baby was born. Like, I mean, like the day before the baby was born. Actually, I think I played Animal Crossing in the hospital while I was giving birth, basically. Not like while I was giving birth, but like before. While I was in labor, I'm pretty sure I was playing Animal Crossing, but I didn't finish decorating the island. I mean redecorating. There are videos on my YouTube channel of what my island used to look like, and I'll link all of the videos that I mentioned if I can remember to do it. And I wanted to upload 8 YouTube videos. That was my goal, personal goal, to upload 8, and I did do that by the end of the year. Other goals of mine were to take some like classes at the hospital and stuff, and to read some like baby preparation books. And I did all of that. I wanted to use my stickers, journals, and art supplies, etc. without saving them for some future nebulous purpose, and I did a decent job with that. Sometimes I just wasn't inspired, but I did like just some like one-off, like sat down for an evening and painted type things from time to time. So for my creative goals, I'm gonna give myself a B-. For my hobby goals, I'm gonna give myself a B-. And for my other goals, I'm gonna give myself an A+. All of those classes I took and all the books that I read, which I gotta be honest with you guys, you don't need to, really. The best thing that those things do is make you feel more confident going into things, but like once it's happening, guys. And I'll say this too, if you take the drugs, all the birth class stuff is almost irrelevant. Like pain management and like how to know when to push, all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't matter if you take drugs. And I did take the drugs. So I didn't have to manage my pain and I didn't have to like know when to push. They told me when to and all that kind of stuff. So if you're afraid of giving birth, whether you're pregnant now or you're going to be pregnant in the future or you want to have kids or anything like that, don't be afraid of it. I mean, there are people out there who have traumatic experiences, but those aren't necessarily going to be your experience, so there's no real reason to worry about it. I had been induced, I took an epidural, and it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. I had a great time, it was fun, it was laid back, it was relaxed, we were cracking jokes. I was beating my husband in Mario Kart while we were in the hospital. Like, it was a fun, laid back, easy, good time. A lot of people talk about these traumatic, horrible birth experiences and these horrible birth stories that like end up with them like hemorrhaging, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have to be like that. That doesn't happen all that often, and just because you wind up getting interventions like induction or epidural, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a C-section or whatever you're afraid of. It may not happen to you. There's a good chance it won't happen to you. I just feel like there's so many negative stories out there, and I just wanted to share a positive story. Moving on, I wanted to talk about what my goals are for 2024. I wrote them all down, and I don't have as many goals for this year because I don't know, I just feel like my main goal for 2024 is to have fun and be myself and sparkle on. First off, I'm not even gonna make any financial goals really. My one financial goal is I'm going to try again to do one note by month. I think I'm gonna do February next month because it's the shortest month of the year, so it'll be the easiest month to do it. I need to remind myself to do it and not forget like I did last year. For my health goals, I want to lose weight. Basically, I want to get down to not my pre-pregnancy weight, but in the ballpark of it. So basically, I'd like to lose about 20 pounds, which is doable. I would like to complete 104 strength/endurance exercises like the Grow with Jill or Chloe Ting. And I would like to do 52 yoga routines this year, 1 a week approximately. If I miss a week, I can do 2 the next week or something like that. And then I'd like to run and jog again at the park. I don't know if I'm gonna like set my mile time goal again, but I just want to get out there and see what I can do. For my spiritual goals, the notebook that I wrote my 2023 goals in, I also used that to write down my reflections on the book of Romans. I want to fill out the rest of that notebook with reflections on Bible reading. So that's my spiritual goal. For my household goals, really the only thing that I want to do this year is just clean out my closet at least one time. I go through and sort it out and see if there's anything I can get rid of. For my creative goals, rather than setting a word count goal this year, I want to write 24 fan fictions. That's 2 per month. And when I say 24 fan fictions, I don't mean like 100,000 word epics. I'm talking about like, you know, maybe some would be multi-chaptered, but generally like just one shots, like 1,000 words, 2,000 words, even 500 words. I want to write 24 fan fictions this year. I want to start writing a memoir. Not that my life is so interesting that it deserves a memoir, but just talking about some of the experiences that I went through over the last couple of years. And I just want to get it written down because I don't want to forget what it was like, even though a lot of it was really difficult and challenging, upsetting. I don't want to forget. I don't want to be one of those people who just says insensitive things because they don't remember how hard it was. So I want to start working on that. And I have a notebook that I bought a couple years ago just because I thought it looked really cool, and I think I'm going to use that to write down those thoughts and start formatting and outlining what I think that will look like. That picture book I mentioned before, I want to finish that. It is 16 pages, so 16 illustrations, and like I said, I think I finished about 5 of them. So I got about 11 pages left to illustrate, and I've already illustrated them. I just need to finish like painting them and coloring them. And then my final goal in this category would be this is new, sealed. I bought this a couple years ago and I haven't even opened it. I want to fill this, which I think is a pretty high, lofty goal. There's 100 sheets in here. There's 365 days in the year, so that's like less than 1 page every 3 days. But sometimes it's like weeks will go by without me really drawing anything. So I want to make a concerted effort to fill this up this year. For my hobby goals, I want to start a Generations or Legacy Let's Play in The Sims 4 for my own personal enjoyment. I'm not gonna make any YouTube videos about it. I'm not a Sims YouTuber. I kind of would like to, but I don't have a good enough PC for that. So I would like to start a Legacy challenge in The Sims. I think I'm gonna use the youngest child from my 100 Baby Challenge to be the founder of a 10 generation legacy. I'd like to upload 8 or more YouTube videos this year. I think ideally at least 1 per month would be better, but we'll see. And I do want to go back and revisit my Animal Crossing New Horizons island and actually finish decorating it. I themed it to Walt Disney World, and most of it's finished. I just need to finish the Tomorrowland section. And my last goal for 2024 would be to fill this up. So this is a journal I bought back in 2014. The first entry in here is from Wednesday, October 29th, 2014. In the past, have journaled fairly regularly, and I just haven't been keeping up with it. So the last time I wrote in this journal was August 14th of 2022. So I haven't written in my journal in a long time, and I would like to get back to it. I don't know, it's kind of sad that the entire year of 2023 is completely unaccounted for. I would like to finish filling this out this year, and I don't know, I want to say I get back into journaling because I've never really been into journaling, but I have journaled off and on since like 2007, so when I was like in 7th grade, and I think I have those journals sitting on this bookshelf here. So I would like to chronicle my life a little bit better. Some of those journal entries are so cringy, and I don't know, I kind of enjoy going back and reading them. It's like a guilty pleasure. Like, it's entertaining to see what 12-year-old me was thinking. Yeah, it's cringy, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of cute. So I'd like to finish filling this out this year and really like thoroughly chronicle 2024 in this. And I need to write a journal entry to catch up with what 2023 was like. Those are all of my 2024 goals. I hope that you guys make some resolutions too, and think about what you're gonna do this year to make it more enjoyable for yourself and have more fun. Because that's really what this year is gonna be about for me, is having a good time. And just, not that fun is the most important thing, but I don't know, I just don't want to be depressed and in a slump all the time. I want to make decisions every day to make my life better, healthier, and more enjoyable, and just like connect with the things that I like, connect with my friends, connect with my family over these things that I like. And so that's what I'm going to focus on this year. And now, part 3, what I got for Christmas this year. I want to start off with something random. This is not something I got for Christmas. My parents moved house recently, and in the process of moving, they found this McDonald's Beanie Bear from the 25th anniversary of Happy Meals, and this is like the celebration bear from it. And this is like my Roman Empire. I think about these Beanie Bears at least once a week. That's an exaggeration, but I do think about them often. And actually, I made a Redbubble account, and like I made a sticker based off of these McDonald's Beanie Bears because I love them so much. I really regret that they didn't find all of mine, because I had, not all of them, but I had several of them. I had the one that was like the Hamburglar and the one that was like Grimace. There was one that was like themed to the McDonald's Golden Arches. I had all of those, and I wish that I had them all and not just this one, but this one was one of my favorites actually. I just think it's so festive. This line came out, I think, when I was like This is copyright 2004. So I can't believe, yeah, I was in like 4th grade when these guys came out, and I was obsessed with them, and I'm glad that I have this one now. I'm going to treasure it. But anyway, that's not a Christmas present. That was just something that I found in a drawer at my parents' new house, and I said, "What's this?" And she's like, "Oh, we found that." And I said, "Can I take it back?" And she's like, "Yeah, of course." So I took it back with me. So jumping into what I actually got for Christmas this year, in no particular order, I'm just going to work through this stack that I have on the floor next to me. So first, I got 2 Switch video games. First, I got Mario Party Superstars. I have the other Super Mario Party. This is the more recent one, and I haven't played it at all yet, but I'm looking forward to giving this a try. Me and my friends sometimes play Mario Party online, and my best friend has Super Mario Party and we play that one, but she also has this one and I don't have it, so now that I have it, we can play this one too. I also got Super Mario Brothers Wonder, which is the newest side-scroller platformer from Super Mario, and I don't own all of the 2D or 3, I guess they're 3D, but 2D side scrollers. I don't own all of them, but I own a lot of them. The DS, the 3DS, the Super Nintendo, and so on. So this is a genre that I enjoy, and I've actually heard this is really good. I've played a couple of levels, and it is a lot of fun, but I watched a live streamer play this game, and he was like trying to 100% it. And so now when I'm playing it, I kind of like, oh, I want to 100% it. I've never been a completionist with games. I've never been like I have to get 100%, but there's something about this game that makes me want to do it, and it frustrates me, and I like keep dying over and over again because I've got it in my mind that I need to complete it, but I totally don't. I just need to let loose and have fun. Next up is this cute sweater that my husband got me. I've been trying to up my style game. I just feel like I don't dress like how I want to dress. This is something that I would want to wear, and I'd like to have more things like this in my wardrobe. He also got me this skirt that kind of goes with it. Same color family, and he got this on eBay. This is like a vintage sweatshirt. I've already worn this and I got compliments on it. I really like it. I think it's cute. Next up was a stocking stuffer for my mom. It's a Carhartt beanie. It actually looks really cute. It's a pale pink color. I don't know how that conveys on camera. And these are also stocking stuffers. These are like some homemade earrings. I think that a lady my mom works with makes these or something. Anyway, those are cool. I think that these might look good with that sweater outfit. I got a couple of other pairs of earrings. I wanted to get some smaller studdish type earrings or small hoops. I don't know if you guys can see that. These are like little gold bows. They're very cute. And this is another pair of earrings. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see that. It's like a little tiny hoop. It's like called a Huggy, I think, and just barely loops around your ear, and it's got like an opal inset. Opal is my favorite gemstone. From my husband, I got an Odin's Eye eyeshadow palette. This is the Merry Christmas palette that came out last year, and by last year I mean 2022, for Christmas, and they re-released it in 2023. This is what it looks like. It's very festive, obviously, and here are what the shades inside look like. I like it because it is very obviously festive. It's very obviously Christmas themed, but I also think that these colors can be worn pretty much year round. Like this vibrant sort of fuchsia color, this orange, like those very much lean summery to me. With this and this, I feel like you can make looks, and like this could be fallish with the oranges and the reds and the browns. So I think that this will be a good palette to wear year round, and I'm wearing it right now. A very dramatic eye look for filming this video, but I just wanted to have some fun tonight with my makeup. I don't really wear like elaborate eyeshadow looks all that often, but I don't know. I like sparkles and glitter, so I asked for this, and my husband pulled through and got it for me. My husband also got me a big bag of gummy worms, which is a staple apparently. I haven't cracked into it yet. Next up is SHINee's second mini album. This was released in 2009. Obviously, this was used off of eBay. I never owned this, even though I've been a fan since then. This was my first SHINee comeback that I like followed in real time. The reason I didn't own this album is because at the time I had a Shawwall friend that I went to school with. She's actually the one who introduced me to SHINee. She just like randomly sent me a video of theirs. She's put it on my Facebook wall, and I don't know, we just both kind of mutually got obsessed with it. It was so random. I don't even know how she found it. SHINee's, it was their Replay music video. I bought Amigo, which was SHINee's first album repackage, and that was before this came out. And then when this came out, she bought this mini album, and I borrowed it from her and like burnt the CD onto my computer, or ripped the songs off of it onto my computer, and then burnt my own CD of this mini album. So I have like a physical copy of this album, but like not the actual physical copy of this album. So years and years and years pass, I become a little bit more of a collector. So I asked for this so I could add it to my SHINee album collection. So I'm happy to have it. And I got the Taemin version. I don't really care who's on the back, but I got Taemin. Speaking of Taemin, I got his most recent mini album, the fourth mini album, Guilty. And I got the shoebox version. I think it looks really cute. Speaking of like burning a CD, this is what the actual CD looks like. It looks like a CD which he burnt, like with handwritten song titles on it. And this is really cool because there's like a hidden compartment in here with like additional content underneath. So it's kind of like, I don't know, this is like giving the vibe of like a shoebox you hide under your bed. Because the content underneath are like shirtless pictures of Taemin, which is a little bit embarrassing because I'm like a grown woman with like, you know, a husband, a family, or whatever. But like I've got dirty pictures of Taemin in a shoebox. They're not really dirty, but that's how it feels. Is that I've like got a secret shoebox of dirty pictures. But anyway, that's what I got for Christmas from my parents. And the last stop on the SHINee train is a new mouse pad. My husband picked this out for me from Redbubble, and this is SHINee as they appeared in the Replay music video. I asked my husband what made him choose the Replay era, just because it's the most nostalgic and special of all, and I agree with his assessment. So I got a new mouse pad, and I love it. To help serve in my fitness goals for 2024, I got a new yoga mat. I have a workout yoga mat already, but it's like thin and rubbery, and so when I'm like a downward dog, like the mat stretches, and like then I'm like all stretched out and I'm no longer in good form, and like I can't plank on it either because it stretches out, and it's just not great. So this is supposed to be a higher quality yoga mat, and the main thing is hopefully it'll save my knees a little bit too, because like my other rubbery yoga mat is so squishy that it sometimes feels like my knees are just directly on the floor anyway. We're getting down to the end, guys. I got some toner and some like snail mucus cream. I honestly don't know exactly what the properties of black snail cream are, but I think it's supposed to be anti-aging. I asked for these from my brother because I'm not like totally into Korean skincare or whatever. I do care about my skin. I'm heading into my 30s this year, so I want to keep my skin looking young and fresh as long as I can. I got this red purse from my grandma. I got other stuff from her too, like lotion and hand soap and a dress and a turtleneck, but I don't know where those are right now. So I'm just showing you the purse, which is this really nice Italian leather purse. I'm not familiar with the brand, but I like it that it's not like heavily branded. I know red is a very trendy color right now, so my grandma is very much like on the cutting edge when it comes to what's in style. So it's a cute little size, and I went ahead and put all my stuff in here already, so I'm ready to carry it. I got these UGG type shoes. They're not Uggs, they're from the brand Ego or something. Anyway, they're not as expensive as Uggs, but I like them. I like how thick the platform is, and I like that they're not like full-on boots because I don't live in that cold of a climate right now, so I don't need like full-on boots, but they are so warm and cozy and comfortable. I'm liking them, obviously. And the last thing I'm going to show you is a pair of Converse. These are the All-Stars with the big platform. I don't know what these are called, but I wanted a new pair of sneakers this year. and I'm in a platform era because I'm a tall lady already, but I like to be taller. Like, if I could be 6 foot even, just like all on my own without needing shoes, I would be into that. But I'm not 6 foot even without shoes on. And even with these, I'm not going to be 6 foot tall, but I like being on eye level with my husband, who is a bit taller than me. So these get me closer to that goal. I just think they're stylish. I like how like industrial the treads are on them. They're much more comfortable than regular Converse. I own several pair of like regular flat bottom Converse. They just feel like walking on the bare floor, but these actually have a pretty good amount of cushion to them. So I'm a fan of these Converse. And aside from miscellaneous candy and other small trinkets and such, that's pretty much everything I got for Christmas this year. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Let me know what you got for Christmas in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully coming up fairly soon. Bye!